Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back. Alright, so we're picking up where we left off in the last episode. We got a few things to do. So, oh, I got a talent point. Let's see where I should place this one. Bombard, that's blast. Okay. And core. You know what? Let's do this one. Alright, so let's see which quest I got today. Alright, we have... Oh, so I can finally tell the keepers about Ranrock's plans. And got a few side quests. Speak to Natty. Speak to Poppy. And then we have all of these. Well, these are the side quests. We have a few relationships. So what? Let's see. Let's do that. And see where we need to be for that one. And let's fast travel there. Hopefully we should be able to, get some more levels and unlock these skills. Alright. Here we go. Oh no. Alright, let's just wait here and see what's happening.
You made it.
I was worried. She said Sebastian promised her that I would be there if she went to meet him in the catacomb. But now he's asking her to join him immediately and to come alone. She says he doesn't sound himself. Meet us at the catacomb as soon as you can. I hope that my quill has conveyed my message clearly.
Oh crap, Sebastian's getting himself in problems.
This means you had some luck at the library?
It took a few hours and some eye-watering maps, but I think this might be the cave Doran told us about.
Impressive. Especially with how little information he gave us.
Well, I'm still not sure this is the cave, but it did seem the most promising. I stumbled across some folklore about a cave in the area that people avoid. Seemed the perfect place to hide something of value. It's a bit of a leap, I confess, but might a mysterious item such as a special moonstone be hidden in an equally mysterious cave? I think I'm desperate for anything at this point.
Alright.
Well, we're here. We might as well have a look.
Agreed.
Does it matter why people don't check it out?
I wonder if you'd go blind from
Nope.
staring directly at a moonstone.
In the Harry Potter books, you always hear them talking about curse breakers and person that go around looking for magical items. This is really just parts of the whole lore of Harry Potter that we actually never been exposed to.
You don't think the rumors about the cave are true, do you?
I suppose we'll find out, won't we?
Accio! Revelio! Accio! Depulso! Revelio!
It's another aggressive one!
Isn't it dead? Oh.
Revelio. Confringo.
Okay. So where do we take that? Let's do this. Ah. Alright, let's do this. Where is it? So that.
Lumos.
Lumos!
Revelio.
And
Cabalso. Revelio.
oh.
Depulso.
Oh.
Voipers.
I beg your pardon?
This must be how the rumor about the cave started. The Whooper's song is said to drive anyone who hears it mad.
Revelio. Depulso. Revelio.
I don't know. Let's just focus on where we're going. Alright, let's just head around here.
Accio.
We're
Revelio.
doing a lot of rave robbing.
If the Moonstone is here and so are Whoopers, I wonder if it's being protected.
Revelio.
Why am I
Alright.
not surprised? First the Whoopers and now this.
So we got. Okay, we got this first. And then that.
We need to find moths for those spinners.
Revelio. Accio. Lumos.
Lumos!
Okay. Where the other one? Let's see.
Perhaps the runes on the walls have something to do with finding the moths.
I know. Okay.
Accio.
Okay. Alright, let's see. So I need that one and that one. Okay.
Lumos.
Lumos!
And then I guess I'll just.
Cabalso.
Another obstacle. No matter.
Revelio.
I'm sure we can work out a way across.
Depulso. Accio.
Okay, well, the door remains open, so
Lumos.
Lumos!
let's grab that. Ah, I'm getting wet. Let's stay over here and
Depulso. Lumos.
okay. What are the odds if I take this one out, the bridge is gonna go away?
Lumos.
Oh, nice. Follow the butterflies.
You did it!
Revelio.
Let's switch things up a little bit here. I want the Sendo. I'll try this out.
Depulso. Descendo.
Oh,
Levioso. Accio. Confringo. Defendo. Potato. Stupefy. Levioso. Confringo. Accio.
come on.
Levioso.
Trying to do this. She uses a lot of plants. Not enough iron.
Where the water's bubbling.
Revelio.
How odd.
Shall we take a closer look?
You read my mind.
Let me just go over here first. Oh my word. Okay.
Merlin, it's even more beautiful close up. It's got to be here, I just know it.
I wonder if they'll allow me to actually catch one of these guys.
Revelio.
Okay, let's see if we can figure out where to go. Okay, so that's where I'm coming from, so I don't want to go there.
Confringo.
Given what swoopers are known to do, I never thought I'd be so happy to see this many of them.
I don't know. I've been listening to them for a while now, and I'm starting to lose my mind.
Very funny. I was just thinking how it's proof that poachers haven't been here, assuming this is where the Moonstone is.
Confringo.
Which means we're one step ahead of them.
Not unless they follow us here.
Revelio.
We found it! It's like staring. Well, we found what we came for. Now we just need to bring it to the henge.
No. Now I just need to see if I can catch one of these. Unless I'm not able to actually catch one of them. Oh. No, fortunately that's not the case. This is just for shows. Yeah. Alright. Oh. Stop it, puppy.
Well done, Poppy. This did end up being the right cave after all.
A good thing, too. We need every advantage over the poachers if we're to get to the Snidgets first. We should do as Doran suggested and bring the Moonstone to the henge.
Shall we?
We shall. If we leave now, we should make it there by nightfall.
Alright, at least I didn't have to find my way out.
That's the henge, precisely where Doran said it would be. But now that we're here, I'm not entirely sure how to feel. We knew we were at the cave for the Moonstone, but Doran didn't tell us what to expect when we placed the stone in the henge.
I don't think Doran would knowingly send us into danger.
You're right. I suppose I'm worrying over nothing. Let's make our way down. We're nearly at the end of this. I think that's it over there.
How's your gran doing, by the way?
Nothing
can't
keeps
just-
Gran down. She set up a caterwauling charm and threatened to make a coat out of the next poacher that set foot on her doorstep. I still feel terrible that I'm the reason they went there.
Surely she'll be pleased you've gone after the Snidgets.
I hope so. Gran understands how important it is to protect those who need it.
Stonehenge.
Safely say we know where the Moonstone goes.
Whoa!
Oh, that was a mooncalf dance. Do you know how rare it is to see even one? They only ever happen under a full moon. Though I suppose the moonstone allowed it to happen now.
Is the pattern they left behind on the ground normal?
All part of the dance. No one pattern is ever the same, though. We'll need to draw this one to get a better sense of it. Can't wait to tell Gran that I've managed to see not one, but 2 mooncalf dances. She'll be jealous.
You've seen this before?
It was pure luck the first time. I was on High Wing, or I'd never have spotted it. It was the night Well, the night I met High Wing, actually,
If you don't want to talk about it, we don't have to.
I'd actually like you to know. About 5 years ago, High Wing had been captured by poachers. At first, they planned to sell her, but soon decided they wanted to kill her instead. More money, I suppose. I'd finally had enough. I freed High Wing and we ran. We'd flown for ages when I spotted mooncalves dancing below and we landed to watch them. It felt like an omen. A good one. A sign that the worst was over.
What do you mean you'd had enough and the worst was over?
You see, the night I freed High Wing was also the night I ran away from home. A poacher camp. I come from a family of poachers.
Merlin? I don't know what to say, Poppy. I can't imagine what that must have been like for you.
I never fitted in, but the older I got, the more apparent it became. Gran tried for years to convince my parents to let me live with her. Suffice it to say, when I left with High Wing, I flew straight for her house.
How brave. I'm glad you escaped.
So am I. There were so many creatures I was unable to help when I was younger. Now that's all I want to do.
From everything I've seen, you're doing precisely that.
I've had a bit of help. I've never told anyone any of this, but I'm glad that you know. It's nice to have someone to talk about it with.
I'm glad you told me.
We should get back to Doran. He'll need to see the symbol, and we've got poachers to beat. If you collect the moonstone, I can make a quick drawing of the symbol for Doran.
Are you finished with the drawing?
Just barely. I think the pattern's a bird. At least that's what it looks like.
Didn't the journal say the key to finding the Snidget lies in the moonlight?
Of course. That's it. We need to show this to Doran. Not that I'd know where to find him at this hour. Perhaps we should head back to the castle and we can track him down after a good night's sleep.
Agreed. I'm ready to leave if you are.
Alright, so that wraps up that mission, hopefully. We still have a little bit more to do on that, but I guess that's the end of that part. Alright, Poppy. Now let's see what my good old buddy Sebastian is up to. Let's talk to Natty first. She's in the Great Hall. See what she's up to. I think like everything is winding down. I feel like I'm almost finished, at least. So I want to wrap up a lot of these side quests. See what we can get. So we have Poppy, Natty, and Sebastian. Those seem to be the main persons that gives us missions. So
Some days are more difficult than others.
okay, what's it?
Natty, is everything all right?
There are times when my father's absence drifts to the back of my mind, and I feel peace for a day or two. But this is not one of those times. I miss him. I miss running with him. I miss Matibeleland. He should still be here. And it's my fault that he isn't.
I'm sorry, Natty. I wish there was something I could do to help.
You have done plenty. In fact, many of my good days are good because of you. The bad days, however. I believe I would feel less helpless if I could truly put an end to Harlow and the rest of Rookwood's miserable lot. Each day they remain free, they do more damage, leaving people like Archie Bickle to suffer the consequences.
I agree, Natty. We'll get them. I've never seen someone so committed to a cause.
Thank you. I believe we will get them, beginning with Harlow. Thank you for speaking with me. It was very helpful.
Revelio.
Alright. Alright, so that was quick. Let's see. Oh, I really need to sell these gears, otherwise I'm gonna run out of space. So let's do a quick let's do this just real quick. Let's collect here. Let's do that. So Wigan well. And oh, I need let's do that. Nope. Got this first. Right. While I'm here, let's just complete this quest. Ooh. Oh, baby. Oh. Alright.
Could you remind me what I'm to do with the Thestrals, Deke?
Release them into the same vivarium in which you conjure the pen. Then use the pen to start the process. Come and see Deke when you're finished.
I did that. Am I missing something? Pretty sure. That's the offspring, I'm pretty sure it is, because it said so. Ah, there we go.
Deke know about the newborn Thestral.
Figured I had to do that.
Hello, Deke. You'll be pleased to know that a little Thestral was born.
How wonderful to have more Thestrals in our world. Such misunderstood beasts.
I'm sorry that we can both see Thestrals, Deke.
Deke is privileged to see such majestic beasts, but sometimes wishes Deke couldn't. Deke is to blame.
What do you mean, to blame?
Years ago, Deke's master ordered Deke to help him capture a phoenix, the rarest of all beasts, that master had spotted high on a cliff. The phoenix was the most beautiful beast Deke had ever seen. Deke begged master to leave her be. When Deke hesitated to climb up the cliff as ordered, Deke had to punish himself. As Deke punished himself, Master grew angrier and angrier, and in his frustration cast at the regal bird. Deke suspects the phoenix was protecting eggs when it swooped down in fear and fury. Before Deke could reach him, Master fell from the cliff. Deke stayed on that cliffside for days, punishing himself, before Tobbs found him.
What a horrible tale, Deke. I'm so sorry.
Deke has only told Professor Weasley that story, and now yourself. Deke often wonders what became of that phoenix. Deke feels fortunate to be at Hogwarts now, helping you rescue beasts. Perhaps Deke can make amends for what came before.
Okay.
I'd like to ask you about changing the room's ambience.
Of course. What sort of overall look most appeals to you?
Actually, perhaps another time.
I don't need that. Alright. Let's wait no. Let's go back here. The relic. I really should upgrade these clothes. So that. Yeah. Alright. Before I head out, let's just upgrade the things I have on here. Okay, so I can do this one. Yeah, let's do that. And let's get a trait for you. Let's do this. And what about... Okay. No trait. Yeah, let's do this. Definitely need this one. And what was this one? Fringo. Alright.
Yeah.
And let's do some quick sales. Forget my inventory is gonna fill up quite quickly. The post office, the outpost.
Nice to see you, my young friend. Did you find my...
I need to look for a unicorn with a beautifully bright coat. It sounds as if she's in trouble.
Alright. That's the glass bag. Promise. Will I make it to 20,000? There we go.
I suspect you have a sharp eye for fashion. Be sure to stop by whenever you're about.
Now with that 20,000, just gonna run and see if I can actually afford a faster broom. Not even sure if the brooms are faster, but see a variety of brooms maybe.
The ministry's good work.
Back from your latest flight? I want to hear all the particulars.
Oh yeah, I did that.
Good news, Mr. Weeks. With your upgrade, I was able to set a new record at the Irondale course.
Brilliant! I knew the upgrade had fantastic potential. How did your broom feel?
It rides well. Does get a tad shaky at top speed, and the handle wobbles a bit when I hit a strong gust of wind.
Ah, yes. I see. I think I know how to address that. Thank you. I owe you one.
If it means another upgrade, the pleasure's all mine.
You sound as determined as I am to improve broom flight. It's a joy to have a collaborator like yourself. If I'm right, and I do hope I am, you'll be hearing good news from me soon. Thank you again, truly. What are we looking for today?
Mr. Weeks and I do make a good team.
Hello again. Wonderful to see you. As before, I've arranged a special price on the broom upgrade for you.
Uh-huh.
You'll be thrilled with that broom, I promise you. You're all set with the new upgrade. I can't wait to hear what you think. This may sound presumptuous, but...
You'd like me to report back with even more flight details.
You know me well. I feel I'm almost there. I just think I can improve broom flight a bit more. Miss Ray's is running a time trial at the South Coast course. Not ideal, really, what with rumours of Ranrock's lot and Ashwinders infiltrating the place. However, if you're flying high above them, you should be all right, I think.
I'm not worried, Mr. Weeks. I'll see if I can find Imelda.
I hope you are able to complete these trials. I have a feeling this final upgrade is going to be a sweeping success. Do be careful, of course. I shall look forward to hearing from you soon. I look forward to our next meeting.
Yeah. It's a good thing I stopped there.
I believe my next broom upgrade to be even more impressive than the last. Come by Spintwitches as soon as you can.
Wait, I'm pretty sure I already bought it, right?
You're back. Nice to see you again.
Yeah, I already bought that upgrade.
Thanks for
Alright.
stopping by. Hope to see you again. When you find a good opportunity, it's
Alright, so let's head to the catacombs now. Whoa. Oh no, wrong quest. Yeah, much better.
There's no telling what lies in wait for me in there.
How do I change my broom? Oh, seriously, how do I change my broom? Ah. Hmm. Right.
Sebastian!
mission has gone too far. You saw what lies in the catacomb. I cannot stay here.
Wait, Anne, please.
Ominous. He was willing to put the whole hamlet and himself in danger on the chance that some old relic could help to heal me. I'm sorry, Ominous. Make sure he's all right, will you?
I'm glad you're here.
I received your owl. Where's Sebastian?
Inside the catacomb. Frankly, I was surprised you weren't with him.
Ominous,
Stop. You swore you wouldn't let Sebastian take this one step further. Yet here we are.
He won't listen to reason.
I should have stopped him before. Sebastian's in real trouble now. I'm going back into the catacomb to find him. Anne's right. He and the entire hamlet are in danger. The place is crawling with Inferi.
Inferi? What are you talking about?
You'll see. We need to hurry. Sebastian must not be in his right mind.
Alright, let's go. Now, what are we gonna learn today?
Last time we were here, this place was crawling with spiders.
We're about to face worse. Let's find Sebastian quickly.
Accio! Revelio! Where was Sebastian when you and Anne found him?
Just ahead, in the great room.
Confringo! Levioso! Defender! Levioso! Confringo! Expelliarmus! Descendo! Cabalso! Confringo!
Let's get going. Oh, what did he do?
And there's no sign of Sebastian.
Nah. Let's do this.
Levioso! Bombarda! Expelliarmus!
Wait a minute. Need. What am I looking for? There we go.
Confringo! Protego! Stupefy! Expelliarmus! Defender! Confringo! Confringo!
Oops.
Stupefy! Expelliarmus! Confringo! Depulso! Descendo! Protego! Stupefy! Incendio!
Ooh, that hurt.
Confringo! Protego! Stupefy! Defender!
Hold on a moment. I was so worried about Sebastian I didn't even realize. Anne's gone to get Solomon. When she first saw the Inferi, she thought Sebastian was being attacked. But then he showed her the relic and said he'd learned how to use it.
The carvings on the relic were Inferi, and Sebastian somehow created them.
Not exactly. He's controlling them. This is powerful dark magic. Creating Inferi is incredibly difficult, but controlling them... As Anne and I frantically barricaded the Inferi to keep them from escaping, Sebastian kept mumbling about healing Anne. When Anne said she couldn't stay here, I didn't realize what she meant.
Solomon threatened to go to the headmaster if he heard of Sebastian dealing with dark magic.
I need to get to Hogwarts. I must get to Professor Black first. Twist the story a bit, make him think it's a family fight. I'll be back as soon as I can. See if you can talk some sense into Sebastian. Be careful.
It'll do.
Revelio.
Alright. Let's do that.
How many Inferi? Descendo! Depulso! Expelliarmus! Incendio! Defendo! Confringo! Leviosa! Defendo! Accio! Depulso! Descendo!
Oh, I just figured out what to do for that, but it's too late.
These Inferi seem far from controlled. Confringo! Incendio! Descendo! Depulso! Expelliarmus! Confringo! Revelio! Confringo! Defendo! Confringo!
Ready? There we go. No, wrong.
Confringo! Defendo!
No, this is not where I'm supposed to come.
Revelio! Accio! Wingardium Leviosa! I need to find a way up that ledge. Accio! Wingardium Leviosa! There's Sebastian.
Bastian, what have you done?
Incredible.
Sebastian,
I told you, the relic is the answer. I've been trying to reverse the dark magic that injured Anne, but this will allow me to control it. Just as I can control the Inferi.
control. I had to fight the Inferi all the way.
What have the two of you done? Accio relic!
Solomon! The relic! You'll pay for this! But...
But two of you have gone too far! Stupid! This now!
Incendio! Stupefy! Descendo! Incendio! Stupefy! Expelliarmus! Bombarda! Incendio! Confringo! Accio! Defendo! Confringo! Accio! Levioso! Protego! Incendio! Expelliarmus! Bombarda!
Now you've gone too far!
Expelliarmus!
Levioso!
Stupefy! Protego! Stupefy! Descendo! Incendio! Expelliarmus! Confringo! Defendo! Levioso! Accio! Confringo! Stupefy!
Sorry, it had to be done.
Venite! Protego! Stupefy! Confringo! Defendo! Stupefy! Levioso!
Now you've gone too far.
Confringo! Protego!
Ah. Where's the uncle? Oops.
Confringo! Levioso!
Man, Sebastian, you really got us in a jam this time, man. Where's his uncle?
Sorry, it had to be done.
Confringo! Levioso! Descendo! Expelliarmus!
Where is the uncle?
Now you've gone too far.
Oh my gosh. Game done. Don't tell me I'm gonna have to do this over.
Descendo! Incendio!
He's invisible?
Bombarda!
Levioso!
Confringo!
Protego! Incendio! Confringo! Defendo!
Sorry,
Accio!
Levioso!
Levioso! Stupefy! Mr. Salo! Stop! Confringo! Defendo! Accio! Confringo! Accio.
Why is he going after me?
Descendo. Expelliarmus. Fringo. Incendio. Bombardment. Incendia. Confringo. Defendo. Levioso. Accio.
Incendia.
Confringo. Accio. Defendo. Confringo.
Leviosa. Incendia.
Levioso. Accio.
Fringo.
Yeah, I got in an extra hit there.
She cannot be healed, Sebastian. You must stop.
I won't let her suffer. Avada Kedavra!
What the hell?
No!
You've made your choice.
Oh, Anne. What have you done? I must get out of here.
I can't let him leave.
No.
Sebastian, wait!
Wait, am I supposed to just let him leave?
Stop, Sebastian. Hold on.
Okay. This is kind of lame. Like, I'm just following him all the way out. I think I could have skipped that and just move on to the cutscene. Well, that's kind of trippy though. I think he went too far in that one, so.
What is it?
By what is it? Come on.
Why wouldn't you stop? I was calling after you.
Anne won't survive this. She's withering away, inside and out. Solomon's never been there for us, not really. He gave up on Anne. I'll never give up on her. You saw him, didn't you? He was going to ruin her life. He attacked us. I had to use the killing curse. You know I did. If I hadn't known how to cast it.
He did attack us. You had no choice. It was brave, Sebastian. You clearly care more about Anne than your uncle ever did.
I knew you'd understand. I did do the right thing.
You did. I would have done the same. If I knew how.
I could teach you.
No time like the present.
The killing curse won't be easy to master. As with all unforgivables, you have to mean it.
Sorry, but I couldn't pass up the chance to learn it.
Focus. The incantation is Avada Kedavra. Your intention must be clear.
The lightning.
I can't stay here. I need to find Ominous.
Sebastian.
Please, I'm not myself right now. Let's meet later at the Undercroft, all right?
Okay. Alright, guys. Well, that was it. Finally learned about a cadavra. So, what I'll do here is that we'll pick up in the next episode and see what else we have in store. So, as always, guys, like, subscribe. Catch you in the next one.